What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to farm Epic Yugi at level 40. And man, let me tell you, Epic Yugi at level 40 is one of the most annoying duelists in the world. I hate his Magician deck so much because it's so annoying to go against. And yeah, luckily I was able to get at least one good farm against Epic Yugi with 9,000 score. Seriously, thank you so much to everybody in my Discord for helping me out with this farm deck. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to do this because it's been the biggest pain in the world. So the farm deck that I'm going to be using, boys and girls, is a Blue Eyes farm deck. And I'm personally not a big fan of Blue Eyes because for some reason, I brick like 90% of the time with Blue Eyes. Like, it doesn't matter what build I do. If I have like the most King of Games best version of Blue Eyes, I still like break 90% of the times. Blue Eyes just hates me. It really does. But like I said, luckily I've been able to get a good score for 9,000. Now this one is going to be a raw version of it. Huge shout out to my homie Kevin Productions from my Discord for this farm deck. I adjusted it a little bit. I'm not a big fan of using Birthright because I have 2 copies of Cry, and I'm not a big fan of using Wall of Disruption in my build because with Eternal Soul, Yugi's Dark Magicians are unaffected by card effects, so Eternal Soul stops that. So I don't use Wall of Disruption in my build, so keep that in mind. But huge shout out to Kevin Productions for this farm deck. Thanks to him, I was able to at least get one good farm on it. But personally for me, I keep like bricking with Blue Eyes just all the time, but I think that's just a curse of mine, in my opinion. So since the Blue Eyes result may vary, and yeah, so huge shout out to Kevin right there. And another thing too, huge shout out to Echo. Here's a little different version of the deck. I'll post both of these deck lists. I'll post Kevin's, Echo's, and my deck list in the description for higher quality. Sorry for the bad quality, I just wanted to shout them out on the video specifically. Here's another version of the Epic Yugi farm with Trick Up My Sleeve that uses Union Attack and the Gravekeeper Vassal for the final damage. But for mine, we're going to be using Ra because Ra is really cool and everything like that. So let's get into the deck list. Of course, since we're using Ra, we have this right here, Lifetime Mission Reward, of course. Running 2 copies of Dragon Spirit of White. You can get this from the white of the, the White Dragon of Legend EX structure deck, which is pretty cool. Next up, running 2 White Stone Legend. This card will help out with basically searching out for Blue Eyes and everything like that from the Stardust Acceleration box. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Cosmic Brain. You could probably run 1 copy of Cosmic Brain if you need to. You don't need to run 2. It's just that since I am playing the Raw version of the deck, it's going to be helpful for Cosmic Brain because we can open up with that and kind of get a big monster on the field. So that's cool right there. So White Dragon of Legend, you can get a copy of it, but you don't need 2 copies. You can run just 1 only if you want to, and just like, I don't know, just replace, if you have like a 3rd Stone of Legend, maybe do that, or maybe throw in a Wall of Disruption, whatever you want to do to replace your cards. Next up, running 3 copies of Protector, Eyes of Blue to summon our Blue Eyes White Dragon. Next up, we have 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you can, maybe running 3 copies of Dragon Spirit of White will be helpful because this card has back row removal, and back row removal is very good because if you can remove Eternal Soul, you're getting rid of that Yugi and all of his monsters, so keep that in mind. Next, I'm running 2 Silver's Cries. If you don't have Silver's Cry, you can always run Birthright instead. Next, we're running 1 Cosmic Cyclone. I haven't really utilized this card, and I might replace it. I only threw it in here because it's a generic back row removal, so I can get rid of Eternal Soul because I hate Eternal Soul. That card is so annoying. Luckily, though, if you do destroy it with any, effect and like get it off the field, all your opponents and monsters get blown up, so that's good right there. Next up, we have 2 enemy controllers. You want to save this card, especially saving 2 copies of this card if you can, because for the final attack, sorry about that, for the final attack and everything like that, you're going to want to have one Yugi's monsters in attack position to go for the final kill. I'll go show you in the replay that I had on what happened for me personally, because there's a lot of shenanigans with Epic Yugi. And then we have 2 copies of Ancient Rules and everything like that. Next up, we're running for extra deck, running 2 Zerai Silver Dragons, probably the only monster you're going to summon to, and then 3 Gigantic Castle. You can actually throw in Stardust Dragon if you really want to in this build. If you want to, since there's room for it, but we're mostly going to be summoning in Silver Dragon. Let me go show you the replay, though, on how I did it, and like I said, I'll post all the deck lists that I showed in the beginning of this video in the description down below, so check those out. Let's get into the Yami Yugi farm thing, and there's so much shenanigans with Yami Yugi. Yami Yugi's level 40 deck is literally insane, and it's so annoying to go against. A couple cards I gotta be afraid of when going against him is Eternal Soul and Magician, Nevad, I can't freaking pronounce it, it's like 1 AM for me right now. Magician's Investigation or whatever, however you pronounce that. You're gonna have to worry about those traps because those trap cards are absolutely just broken. Magician's Investigation, or however you pronounce it, can negate your spell cards if it's in the graveyard. It can special summon multiple Dark Magician cards. Extremely annoying. Eternal Soul can special summon Dark Magician. It protects Dark Magician from card effects, and he gets to search for spell cards, which is also annoying. And also, Apprentice Illusion Magician is also really annoying because it gives your, Dark Magician cards a bonus of attack. So, Yami Yugi is just very annoying. Luckily, though, this hand hand was usable because we had Cosmic Brain, as you guys can see with this combo with his hand. What I did is that I sacked off one of my Blue Eyes to summon into Cosmic Brain, activated that Silver Scry to summon my Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard, and then summon Protector's Eye of the blue, and go into Azure because Azure Eyes has a protection effect to protect itself from spells, which is really nice. Next up, what you're going to want to do against Yami Yugi is that you want to destroy every monster as you can. You do not want Yami Yugi to have any monsters on the board, so if you can, destroy the card. Next up, he's going to activate Magician, you know, the Magician card right there, and this card is so annoying. Special summon a Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon a level 7 or lower Dark Magician type or Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. If you control a Dark Magician, except the turn that this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a face-up spell and trap card your opponent controls, and it has its effects negated until the end of the turn. This card is so annoying. Just overall, Epic Yami is just so annoying. Like, I am low-key mad at him. Next up, he summons his Precious Illusion of Magician right here. For some reason, though, Yugi thought it would be a great idea to do this sick wombo combo right here. Let's just tribute off both of my monsters and do that. I literally have no clue why he did that. It confused the heck out of me, but I was fine with it because it just made it not that big of a deal to do. Next up, we're going to be activating Azure Eyes effect to its special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then we attacked into Yugi. Sadly, he had a Dark Magic expanded to give him a bonus of attack. Luckily, though, we forced that to activate on his battle phase, or on our battle phase, so he can't get over Azure Eyes Dragons. We want to have Azure Eyes Dragon on the field as long as we can, so we can keep special summoning back our Blue Eyes White Dragons from the graveyard. Next up, Eternal Soul is going to play. He's going to add 1,000 Knights to his hand. For some reason, he takes out Cosmic Brain, but that's fine with me. I just want Azure Eyes to stay on the field anyways. Due to the fact that he can't get over Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, he switches his Dark Magician to the defense mode. Next up, we special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the grave, set Silver Scry, destroy the Dark Magician, and go from there. And then what we do is that we draw the Cosmic Brain, and then for a little bit we were smooth sailing right here, which is really nice. Sets a monster again, very cool. That's epic. Going smoothly. Don't want to finish him off just yet. Right now, basically, I'm waiting for my, what was it, Dragon Spirit of White so I can get rid of Eternal Soul, because Eternal Soul is so annoying. Next up, though, we get Ancient Rule, special summon our Dragon Spirit of White, and then we get rid of his Eternal Soul, so we don't have to worry about that for a little bit. Sadly, though, Yugi has 2 of them in his deck, and that's annoying. Next up, though, I do tributes off my Dragon Spirit of White to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon because I want to bring it back with the Azure Eyes if I can, because I want to remove the back row. Back row is extremely annoying. We still don't kill Yugi because we don't want to. We're trying to get as much points as we can. And next up, he summons his Illusion Magician, adds a Dark Magician to his hand, activates the Eternal Soul, special summons Dark Magician. Things get annoying again. Tries to kill off my Azure Eyes Dragon, which he does, but I activate Silver Scry, special summon, or attempt to special summon my Dragon Spirit White, but of course, due to Magician, I don't know why I can't pronounce that. I'm just angry, boys. But he activates that card. And gets rid of my Silver Scry, which just sucks. It does suck a lot. Luckily, though, I got this card. I summon another Azure Eyes Dragon because I had 2 copies of it. Very convenient for me. Activate the effect. Try to thin out my deck, but I had no more Blue Eyes in my deck to search for, so I couldn't do that. Next up, I destroy the Dark Magician, and we go from there. Next up, I draw into an enemy controller, and next up, I summon Dragon Spirit White, get rid of the Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul destroys all monsters. Yugi summons his Dark Illusion. I destroy that because I don't want it on his field. Boom, bada, bang, there we go. Next up, he activates another Investigation, or whatever it is, which is annoying. Special summons a Dark Magician. And especially on the other thing. Now, here's the thing, okay? As you guys can see right now, Yugi over there has 1 card in his deck. So, luckily, I did have the Winged Dragon Ra, but I had to do a lot of shenanigans in order to take out Yugi. And you'll see I got extremely lucky with this farm. Next up, I attack, and then I attack. The reason why I did not take out Dark Magician is simply because of the fact that I want to use enemy controller to sacrifice one of my monsters and take Yugi's monster, so that his field will be open so I can get rid of him. So that was my plan. But then he draws, and apparently his last card was a monster. That's my luck. Luckily, though, I activate my first copy of Enemy Controller to just switch Dark Magician into attack position so I can at least try to get over 10,000 points of damage and just finish off Yugi. But for some reason, Yugi thought it was a good time to play that card, and luckily for me, what happened was that Magician's Rod effect activates. He sacrifices his monster, which I don't get, and like, my brain hurt. My brain really hurted right here. He sacrifices his monster, adds Magician's Rod to his hand, and then keeps Dark Magician on the field. So I was like, okay, now I'll go Econ take. And then I was able to get over 10,000 damage right here. We got the Winged Dragon Ra. Let's go see this epic summoning animation right here. Because it's been a while since I've seen some Bakugan, my guys. Look at this. It's a prime Bakugan right there. But yeah, I got extremely lucky. For some reason, Yugi just, like, went... His IQ was at 100, and then it dropped to 1. And for some reason, he did that, so... That's fun right there. Use power of the Tributed right there, and then go for the 10,000 damage. I do have the screenshots, what I used to I think it's right here. Yeah, so this is my score right here. I got 9,000 score, which was awesome. As you guys can see, Synchro Summon, Tribute Summon, Divine Monster, Special Summon, all that fun stuff right there. And I was able to successfully farm against Epic Yugi. Still, this guy is super annoying to go against, but hopefully this video can help you guys out to at least get some successful farms against Yami Yugi. Thanks again to everybody for my Discord. If you guys are watching this video and haven't joined my Discord already, check that out. Link in the description down below. If this video did help you and you watched all the way to the end and you haven't already, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.